Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce and use contractions of the verb to be. You may have learned in school that contractions are informal and that you should use the full form of the verbs. In spoken English, we use contractions 99% of the time. They're formal, professional, and correct. We use them in writing as well, not as consistently, but you need to learn, or it's very helpful to learn and use contractions to have fluent, natural sounding speech, to understand English well and use English well. So let's go through how to pronounce these contractions with to be. And first I'm going to give you the correct formal pronunciation. And then for some of the contractions, we have a reduced form that we use in fluent speech because these are often unstressed. So when I'm stressing on the word I am, I'm saying I'm going to use that full pronunciation. In some of the other forms, if I'm not stressing that, it's a fast fluent speech, there is a reduced form. So I am becomes I'm. And when we look at the contraction, sometimes I hear the error where people will just say I am more quickly. I am. And we don't want two syllables. We just want one syllable, the I sound and the sound. I'm. So I've rewritten that here with IGH like we spell I in right or sigh, just to try to have you think of it as being one sound. I think when we see that contraction, the apostrophe, sometimes it makes us think of two syllables, and really we want to just have a single syllable. I'm working, I'm busy, I'm happy. The only time I would say I am is if I'm just saying it by itself, like yes, I am. Or if I want to highlight I am working and I'm stressing on the word am. That's one reason I suggest avoiding using I am in everyday speech, because it sounds like you're stressing and emphasizing on the am. I am working. It sounds a little bit argumentative, like you told me I'm not working and I said, no, I am working. It sends that hidden no message, whereas I'm working is just neutral, sends the meaning of I am working in a neutral and natural way. Same is true for all of the rest of these contractions. That's part of the reason that I emphasize and encourage my clients to learn and use these in their natural everyday speech. When we have you are, it becomes your. Some people will say it a little bit more like your, depending on the area that you're in. It's very typical to just have your for this, which is the same pronunciation we have for this your, the possessive pronoun, your friend. So when you're wondering about which way to write it, if you can think of it and translate it to you are working, for example, then you need the apostrophe, you're working. If you're talking about a possessive pronoun, your house, your friend, your work, it's not you are, you're just going to spell it this way. Your becomes is often reduced, however. Both versions, the you are, your, and the your possessive pronoun, in fast speech, because typically, unless I'm stressing it, you're working. If I'm just saying you're working, then the your can get reduced further to sound more like you're. I have some videos talking about reductions for your and for some of these other words as well, but I just want to include them here because often you'll hear that you're for your, and you need to be able to translate back in your mind. The meaning goes back to you are. How we actually say it in fluent speech is more typically you're. He's or he is becomes he's. Again, make sure that you're not doing two syllables like he is or he is, trying to just cram the he is faster. It's just one syllable, three sounds, e and z, he's. This is another one that can get reduced. Sometimes the H will drop and it'll just sound like ease. I think he's doing that. It can also get reduced to more of sounding like his. Let's see, he's going, I think is going, or is, I think is. Typically, I would say the most common reduction, though, is ease for this one. So go with he's or e's. And when you're first trying to incorporate and learn and use the contractions, use the full pronunciation form. That's always correct and always okay. Later on, when you're looking at reductions, you can switch to the reduced version. Just listen around you for what you're hearing, and depending on where you are in your journey on accent and fluent speaking, you could go directly to the more reduced version if you understand and can apply that. All right, she's is very similar to he's. She is becomes she's. So again, not two syllables, just one with the tense E sound, she's. It's is similar to your in that we also have a version without the apostrophe, it's, and that's the possessive pronoun. So an elephant takes care of its children for many years. That doesn't translate to it is. So again, if you're trying to know which one to write, think in your head, does it mean it is or is it the pronoun? And it's straightforward in the pronunciation, just sounds like it plus it's. They are becomes their. I've rewritten that for you here. Excuse me. With the letters A-I-R, it has the air diphthong. It's the same pronunciation we have for the possessive pronoun there and for the over there version of the word there. So all three of these are the same. Thinking about air there. I think they're going. I think they're happy with the new house, etc. They're leaving at 3. So they are becomes just there. Again, this is a confusing one about which one to write. Often that's a helpful way to think about going back and thinking about it means they are can help you know whether or not you need the apostrophe when you're writing or if you need which spelling you need. And we are becomes we're. It has the ear diphthong, like in weird. This one is often hard for people because we have the word where with W-H-E-R. We have the word were with W-E-R-E. So we were. Were is the sound. We're going is the ear sound. However, this is one that often in fast speech gets reduced to more of a were sound. So I'm saying, for example, we're going at 10. If I'm stressing on it, we're going, we're leaving, then I'm going to have the full ear. But often we're going at 10, we're leaving. We tend to use that ear gets reduced more just to an So that's very typical for the R diphthongs, that you have to watch out for that with your becoming your and we're becoming were. Again, you can use your and we're, the full form, to get comfortable with using the contraction, and then you'll notice that we just naturally reduce those diphthongs in fluent speech when those words aren't stressed. You can learn more about those reductions and other reductions in our playlist for linking and fluent speech and reductions here on the channel. Also in our Real Talk course on speechmodification.com, I walk you through using all of the contractions, reductions, linking, so that you feel comfortable using those in your fluent speech. And it also teaches you to listen to TV and movies and use that to help you become more fluent and more natural when speaking in English. That's our Real Talk course, and you can find it on our website, speechmodification.com. Thanks so much for being a part of this lesson today. I hope that you have some success with using these contractions. And just like I was modeling, try just doing some repeated phrase practice with them, choosing 1 or 2 contractions to start with. You don't have to do all of these at once. Try to incorporate them into some phrases, incorporate them into your everyday speech, and over time you'll become more comfortable using them, and that will help you sound more fluent and natural and make your message clear when speaking with native speakers. I'll be back again soon with another video, and you can see the upcoming videos on our channel page. Just go to the community tab. You can see what's coming up, interact with the videos and comments. Leave me questions and comments about this topic or other topics you'd like to see me cover in the channel. Thanks so much for those of you who have subscribed, and especially to our channel members. I truly appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing you in our next class. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.